How quickly do you shift into regular season mode now?
Well, there's work to be done here, so you know, Joe and I, the coaches, the scouts, will meet, and then we'll talk about the things we need to talk about, and then we'll have a week, but really just going to focus on tomorrow, which is watch the tape, and then we'll have our discussions.
What went into the decision to get Isaiah Simmons out there on such a short time turnaround right there?
Yeah, well, I think one, it's good to just give some information to a player that comes in that quick and see how they handle it. So he was in early, he was meeting with Eggs. We only gave him a limited role, but wanted to get him out there just to get his feet wet in the defense. Again, it was only not very many defenses, but he studied hard and he was ready to go.
Do you have an early impression of what you saw from him at least?
I don't. No. Yeah. No, I really haven't seen a few plays. I think he played 6 or 7 plays maybe. Was that?
How about playing Sterling? Starting him, giving him punt return.
Yeah.
What was the thought process behind that?
Play him and give him a punt return. That was our thought process.
I mean, do you wanted to see a few more snaps from him
Yeah.
this summer, that kind of thing?
Yeah. And then again, he's been returning punts, catching them for us. So I thought it'd be good to get him one in the game.
Why not give Gray as much time as you can?
He's had a lot. Yeah, he's had a lot. And look, you never know if Shep is going to do it either. So again, that's something we started working on last week. So I wanted him to get out there, fair catch one. He wasn't going to return it, but just kind of getting under the lights, doing it in a game setting. You never know when you might do it.
Brian, as you say, there's a lot of work to be done the next couple of days.
Sure.
But in a game like this, it's the last preseason game. Do you find yourself maybe saying during the game, this guy's going to make it, this guy's not going to make it, or you don't go there?
No. I mean, we had a lot of guys go down tonight. So I thought the coaches did a good job of just trying to scramble and put some stuff together where we were. I mean, we were out there with 4 linebackers and 3 DBs. We only had 3 DBs at one point there, so we were teaching the linebacker to play a safety spot, and but I thought those guys that played competed hard. I was proud of those guys.
What positions stand out to you that's like perhaps maybe the toughest to sort through here in the next couple of days?
Yeah, let's probably not prepared to answer that tonight. We'll have a lot of discussions here in the next couple of days.
Can anybody really help themselves tonight, or is it more the whole camp?
Yeah, I think it's really everything. It's tonight, but it's an all-encompassing evaluation of really since you've been here. So, we've had a lot of discussions. We're certainly going to have a lot more. That's what we'll focus on here in the next couple of days.
Brian, I know you guys put a lot of thought and planning and research into the injuries that you had last year.
Sure.
You come through this training camp, this preseason, pretty clean at the
Yeah.
top of your depth chart. Is that a function of that, do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, those, like I've said before, those guys do a really good job. I meet with, Ronnie and Lee and Loesch and Sam on a daily basis. It's not just kind of in the week. We got a lot of games here early in the season too, so it's an all-encompassing evaluation of, really call it the first part of the season back to training camp. And I thought, that the strength staff, the trainers, the sports science, they did a lot of research, they put a lot of work into it, and they've done a good job. So I just listened to, I input it. I don't always agree with it. As a coach, you want to be out there all the time, but they certainly had a well thought out process, very detailed. Did a really good job with it.
Is there anything specific, looking back, that you changed this summer?
Yeah, I think each year is different. We've changed a bunch. Schedules, times, sleep, rest time, breaks in practice, longer periods at some stuff, shorter on other stuff, longer periods at the end, like a ton of stuff that those guys have really dug into and have done a good job.
I know he's on the other team, but was it interesting seeing Rodgers come on the field and the Jet fans going pretty nutty?
No. No, I said before, I got a ton of respect. That guy's a Hall of Fame player, one of the best to ever do it. But, I'm not out there looking at people coming out of the tunnel or stuff like that. I'm getting ready to play a game.
What can
facing him in a situation like this mean for some of the younger guys? You know, those guys who are.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Can they learn anything going up against a guy like that?
yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Tom got the bulk of the snaps.
Yeah.
How would you kind of assess the way he played and handled himself?
Yeah, no, I think Tommy's improved since he's been here. So he's improved in the practices, in the meeting room. Since he first got here, I think he's come a long way and certainly learned a lot. You can tell it's important to him. And, you know, he's gone out there and played well and executed when we've played. You know, I'm proud of how he's competed and how he's improved.
They obviously changed that rule, the third quarterback rule. Does he put himself in that?
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of discussions here soon, tonight and tomorrow morning, the next day.
So how incredible is this? Only a couple of days after you find out you've been traded to the Giants, you wind up playing a game tonight. Not just playing, even starting.
Yeah, it was exciting, you know, just to be able to get out there and the new threads. Felt really good, felt amazing out there. Just in the new environment, Giants fans, amazing. As I've seen playing here just previously, but it felt really good. Just when they came up to me talking about how you feel about playing, I'm like, let's go. I'm ready to go. So, you know, I just appreciate them for giving me the opportunity.
So Giants fans hear that Isaiah Simmons has been traded to their team, and they go bonkers. What can they expect from you at this stage, coming in so late in camp, to try to contribute to this ball club?
Yeah, I would just say just somebody who's just here to make plays for the team, just to help the defense take whatever the next step it is we need to take. Honestly, really that's it. It's just plays that to be made, and they're going to be made. So I'd probably say that's what you can expect the most, is big plays.
You talked to Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator, and the head coach, Brian Daboll, already. What were those conversations like? What did they give you in terms of expectations?
I mean, the only rule they gave me is just, you know, we run to the ball.
How long do you think it will take to get you to be acclimated to have a bigger role? Right now, it's only going to be small bites.
Sorry?
How long do you think it's going to take to get acclimated to have a bigger role? Because right now, you can only take small bites.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I should be ready to go by week 1. So,
What have these last few days been like for you, and how excited were you for the change of scenery kind of deal?
I mean, extremely excited. How could I not be? This is a great organization, great coaching staff, and just for being around the guys this little bit of time, everybody here is great. But just personally, things have been, you know, it's been a bit hectic. I came straight from Minnesota, so it's just been a little hectic. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna wash my clothes tomorrow, but it's been good though. It's been hectic in a good way. You know, I'm glad that these are things that I'm dealing with right now. So everything's been hectic but good and in a very good way.
Were you surprised what happened in Arizona, that you were traded?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I definitely was a little surprised.
We saw you say you really wanted the opportunity to play safety. You really didn't want to play linebacker. It looks here like you were back at linebacker. How do you feel about that?
Hey man, like I just told you, I'm here to help the team in any way we can, and I don't have a problem with linebacker. You know, that's what I played in college. That's what I played my first 2 years in the league. So I have no issues with it. And like I said, I'm ready to dive into that and get into all the details so I can perform to my best ability.
Do you get the sense that linebacker and wing system is not necessarily the traditional inside linebacker that maybe most teams play? That the idea of you get to do a lot more.
For sure. That's why, you know, I have no concerns with what Wing's vision is. I got full trust in him. He's a great coordinator, and you know, he knows how to utilize his players to their best abilities. So I don't have no worries with what his plan is for me.
What do you think your best strengths are as a football player, and where do you think you'd like to take it up to another level, another notch, if you will?
I'd say really just my ability to generate big plays, whether if it's me making a sack or an interception or, you know, a PBU or whatever it could be, a TFL. You know, I just feel like my playmaking ability, you know, is just it could come about at any point in the game. So I just feel like that's really one of my strongest suits is that, I'm able to affect the game on multiple different levels.
What was it like training with Saquon this offseason? And is it crazy that you're now on the same team?
Yeah, he talks a lot of shit if nobody knows. He's probably the most competitive person I've ever met in my whole life.
You're working.
And with everything. And he's been telling me week two, but now we're going to be together week 2. And actually, every single game we're going to be together. So he got a little lucky.
How much at all does being traded put a chip on your shoulder about proving something extra?
I don't got nothing to prove anything, but I play for an audience of 1, and that's the man upstairs. So I don't really have much to prove to anybody.
You said on the broadcast that you told Daboll, on the TV broadcast, that you told Daboll you're most comfortable rushing the quarterback. Assuming that's true. Out of Arizona, they said you asked to play safety. Which is it? Because if you wanted to play safety, you would rush the quarterback.
Right. I mean, you can, but I don't really have too many discomforts on the field just because I've spent so much time in various different places. So, I'm comfortable rushing the passer just like I'm comfortable playing half field or post safety. So, at the end of the day, it's all just a position and a responsibility. So it's easy.
So whatever you're asked to do.
Yep.
Did it annoy you that Rodgers was able to slip away from the team?
Oh, I wanted that sack. I definitely did, but it's okay. We'll see him again.
All right, with Tommy DeVito after this ball game, and Tommy over 200 yards throwing today. I know you had that one pick that came back, but then the way you responded, I think, is the thing that the coach is going to be most pleased about. How did you see it?
Yeah, same deal. I mean, as a quarterback, things are going to happen. You never want to be never too high, never too low, always in the middle. When I have a turnover like that, and for it to go to 6, I mean, it's gonna haunt me for a while. I'm gonna watch that a bunch, but it's something that's fixable for sure. But just the way it bounced back, and the offensive guys just, believe me, the coaches believe me, still putting the ball back in my hands, and then just let me go play football.
We've talked all along about what a dream this is for you to be here with the Giants. Now that the preseason is over, can you take a breath, or is this still kind of a fantasy land and a whirlwind?
A little bit of both. I can take a breath, but at the same time, it's like, just want to keep going. I'm back in the football groove where I haven't played games in a while. I feel like every game I'm trying to get better, get back into the groove of things, and I feel like, I've done that to an extent. Obviously, still a lot to clean up, but I'm just looking forward to see what happens next.
Where do you think your best improvements were during the course of this month and seeing all this time during the preseason? And what do you think you really wish you could clean up?
Yeah, I mean, just the offense, right? Me going back to OTAs, knowing nothing, and then to where I am now is day and night. But as far as just playing the game, more comfortable in the pockets, obviously, I don't get hit during practice. So from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, I think I've done, a good job of that, just feeling my way throughout the pocket, playing the actual game of football again instead of a 7-on-7 kind of deal. But obviously, there's so much to improve on. Situationally, there's some balls that I can, I can fit a ball in this window. I can take this chance, but knowing I'm in field goal range, just small little details that, coaches help me clean up and always keep in the back of my head, or something that I'm going to continue to grow and move forward with.
What has this been like for you this whole month? When you think about, from your time you signed with the Giants, you get into play some games, you're playing a home game, you throw a touchdown pass. I mean, your phone, it must be ringing off the hook every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot of people I haven't heard from in a long time, but I mean, it brings back a lot of connections. I mean, it's been awesome, just the support that I've had, especially being, this close to home, the amount of people from even middle school, high school, elementary school teachers, just the football is such a way to bring people together, and especially when you're doing it at this stage, I mean, it's been tremendous so far.
What was it like playing in the Giants-Jets game? Because I know growing up, you knew all about the rivalry.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, especially with, I know I said earlier this week, Aaron Rodgers is my favorite quarterback, so being able to share a field with him was pretty tremendous, and just to be able to share the field with all the guys that are in this locker room, because you don't know what tomorrow holds, you don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. A lot of days things change, but just to be able to have this opportunity to be on the field and just go play football is nothing more I can ask for.
Think about this. You can say that you matched Rodgers. He and you both threw a touchdown pass in the same game.
I would never say that, but yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I got to meet him after the game, so that was like a dream come true. I was trying not to fanboy out a little bit, but it was just, I was trying to soak it all in. And
Could you describe what you think the next few days are going to be like for you as we get to the Tuesday cut down day? You know that Tyrod Taylor's here. You know that Daniel Jones is here.
Right. I mean, taking care of my body tomorrow, going in, watching the film, seeing what I can correct. And, not really thinking much about it. I mean, I left everything that I felt I could on the table. I gave my all to every snap that was played, and there's no regrets on my end.
Tommy DeVito, best of luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you.